Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Sean. Here's another week in review. I didn't get a whole lot done on the reading, writing, editing front this past week. For reading, I have been exclusively focused on reading The Color of Money by Walter Tevis because I'm getting very near the end of that book. I have about 20 pages left. I read probably upwards of 80 to 100 pages this last week. So I just kind of sensed that I'm close to the end. So I've been focusing on that a lot for my reading. So fortunately, since I only have 20 pages left, I will wind up finishing that book completely. In terms of writing, I mentioned in my last week's video, I might be possibly working on a little bit of writing Grace's Will, which is one of my books. I did wind up writing / editing, revising part of the first chapter, but that's all I did. So literally probably just about 2 pages I worked on. The main task I've been doing this last week is I researched and put together and filmed a tier ranking of every vice president of the United States who has not served as president. And I imagined, what if the incumbent president died on day one and the vice president became president? Would we be better off, or would the nation be screwed? Usually I do not like to dabble in politics on my channel, but a couple weeks ago I made a presidential tier ranking and I knew it would just be way too controversial to post it. So I thought, I'm going to come up with a vice presidential ranking. And I liked it so much that I wanted to publish it. So I published the first 2 parts of that video so far. So thus far I have it run from Aaron Burr, who was Thomas Jefferson's vice president, to I think his name was Thomas Marshall, who was Woodrow Wilson's vice president. So I imagine if all of those vice presidents were to become president, would our country be better off? If you guys don't mind politics, and they're kind of long videos, they're all about an hour and 40 minutes. If you want to check that out, I've been working really hard on that video. All I want is for people to be respectful. That's kind of my only request. But anyway, that about does it for my week. Oh, in terms of real world news stuff, I just saw last night that Sam Neill, who was Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park, passed away. So that's really sad. Otherwise, that will do it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next week. Bye.